Welcome back to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison. We are in the last leg of the college football season. Arizona sits at an impressive 7-3 after starting off the year 3-0, then finding their way to 4-3, back-to-back losses to BYU, Houston, had the fan base rattled, had the fan base doubting Brent Brennan and this coaching staff and company. They get the bye week, they recollect, beat Colorado, beat Kansas, and now have come off of an upset win on the road in Cincinnati, beating the Bearcats 30-24, a complete team victory. The defense played outstanding for 3 quarters. The offense got rolling in the second half. Kedrick Reesano, 50-yard touchdown run. You had Chris Hunter, 50-yard catch. Fafita breaking the program record for most career touchdown passes with 68, surpassing Willie Tuitama, surpassing Nick Foles. It was a record-setting day for Arizona. Now they come in to the game against Baylor at home in the final home game of the season, 7-3. And if they win these last 2 games, there is an outside shot. It's slim, but an outside shot that Arizona gets to the Big 12 title game. There, who would they play? Texas Tech, Baylor. Texas Tech, BYU. I don't know why I said Baylor. Texas Tech, BYU, Houston. Those are some names kind of being thrown around. It's a long shot for Arizona, but they do have a shot indeed. Again, what a turnaround from a season before, going 4-8 in his first year as the head coach, Brent Brennan, revamping his coaching staff, getting a new offense coordinator in Seth Dagey, getting a new defense coordinator in Danny Gonzalez, promoting him from the linebacking coaching job, getting 68 new players on the roster via the transfer portal, recruiting class, so on and so forth. Revamping the offensive line. This has been a complete turnaround for Arizona. Now they're in a position where they could get their 9th win of the year, go in a bowl game, win that game, and get their 10th win of the season. That'd be 2 10-win seasons in a 3-year span for Arizona football. And what a unique Jekyll and Hyde way of doing it. And it's very classic Arizona, and they're moving in the right direction. They're playing great football. Arizona will kick off against Baylor at home in the final home game of the season with an 11 a.m. kickoff time. That's right. Get up, get ready, go have some menudo, go have some chorizo, chilaquiles, go get all that good stuff, bacon, eggs, whatever you love to eat, and have breakfast with the Cats. Again, the quote of the season for me, is Brent Brennan trying to get the fans amped up, ready to go, trying to get them out to the stadium because, to be honest, the fan support for the football program has been pretty poor this season, and we've chronicled it countless times, gotten backlash from fans, but that is the reality of what we have seen so far this season. But again, the quote of the season is, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Obviously, he's just joking around, wants the fans to show up and have a good time. It's going to be a great game, great environment, great atmosphere. And if Arizona beats Baylor, they'll be 8-3 as they head up north to Tempe to take on the rivals Arizona State, Tempe Normal, whatever you want to call them. Arizona will be there looking to play the Sun Devils and capture their 9th win of the season, potentially. So everything is great for Arizona football. Arizona basketball is in full swing as well. Starting off the year with a big win over the Florida Gators, then number 3 Florida, Arizona winning 93-87, coming home, taking care of business against Utah Tech and NAU with ease, in easy fashion. Those games weren't even close. And then one of the toughest tests and one of the best rivalry games in all of college basketball, one of the best rivalry games in all of college sports. I think it's the second best rivalry game in college basketball behind Duke, North Carolina. I don't think there's any question about it. Arizona, UCLA, Intuit Dome. The Bruins came in ranked number 15. Arizona ranked number 5 after jumping from their win against the Florida Gators. And, the Wildcats found themselves down. They found themselves down, beat it and battered, down by 10 in the first part of the first half, battled their way through it, grinded it out. They have that type of team where you have veteran leadership and Jaden Bradley, Toby Awaka. You have Krivas, who's played in a number of games, and obviously Anthony Del Rosso. So freshmen like Koa Pete, who struggled with 7 points and 6 turnovers, Braden Burries, who struggled in that game as well, Dwayne Aristo, that struggled in that game as well. Yvonne kind of struggled in that game as well. You don't have to rely on just the freshmen. That's the beauty of this Tommy Lloyd team. Jaden Bradley is Captain Clutch. Jaden Bradley is one of the most clutch players in college basketball, has been a great point guard for the Wildcats. Again, Toby Awaka, we talked about him. Rebounding machine, physical monster. Mo Krivas, good defender, and gets it done on the offensive end. Anthony Del Rosso. I mean, they have weapons. They have veteran weapons that came alive against UCLA. Anthony Del Rosso dropped 20 points. Toby Awaka had a near double-double. Jaden Bradley took over in the fourth quarter, which he's been doing all season long, the later part of the second half, Been watching a little bit of NBA today, so I'm kind of stuck on some quarter system there. But 15 points and hitting a dagger 3-point shot to end the game and really put the Bruins on ice. This is a well-constructed Arizona team. I think this is the most talented Tommy Lloyd team he's ever had from top to bottom. And you're seeing a guy like Jaden Bradley, who, when he first got to campus, it's like, does he know how to dribble with his head up? He's missing wide open guys. To one of the best point guards in the country, if not the best point guard in the country. I'm not saying he's the top prospect. I'm not saying he's the guy with the most NBA potential. Although I do think he's playing himself into the NBA, but he is the top point guard in the country because name another point guard, an elite level point guard in a high major program that has seen a guy in the system for 3 years. And his logged minutes on the basketball court at his previous stop. You just don't see it anymore. It's a thing. It's the way of the dodo bird for that. So credit him, credit Tommy Lloyd for constructing this roster. Now they go on to UConn and Storrs, Connecticut to take on the number 3 Huskies. It's a battle of the top 5 teams, number 3 UConn, number 4 Arizona. It's the first meeting between these two programs since the 2010-2011 season when Derek Williams and the Wildcats almost pulled off the win over the UConn Huskies. They beat Hammer Duke, barely lost a close one to UConn. UConn went on to win the national championship game. That's the only game between the two programs. That's it. As odd as it sounds, that is it. Arizona's never traveled to Storrs, Connecticut. I don't like the matchup in terms of the travel. I'm a big believer and big proprietor to home court advantage and traveling. I think those things are key. However, Arizona does have a veteran point guard that's going to dominate the game and be the best point guard out there on the floor in Jaden Bradley. But, man, the Wildcats will need Koa Pete to get out of his funk. You can't have 7 points and 6 rebounds. Well, 7 points and 6 turnovers against UConn. They'll eat you alive. And Braden Burries has got to be effective and efficient offensively. That's going to be critical for the Wildcats. So as we get to our game picks, I think Arizona might be the best team in the country. I think they're up there with Houston. I think those are the 2 best teams in the country. That doesn't mean you're going to win night in and night out, especially when you look at Arizona's schedule. You have Florida that you won, UCLA that you won. You're going to have you're going to have Connecticut coming up. After that, you're going to have Alabama, Auburn, and San Diego State in the non-conference season. That's a gauntlet. If you go undefeated there, you're winning the national title. I don't think you need to go undefeated. I don't think Arizona will go undefeated during that stretch. They're going to have a bump or two along the way, and they'll be better for it. Again, I think this is not only Tommy Lloyd's most talented team, I think it's his toughest team. Last year's team was tough and gritty, very gritty team. This year's team could be even more so. So as we pick this game, I like UConn to get the job done at home. I think it's going to be a close game. I could see anybody going any way with this game, picking Arizona, picking UConn. The spread is -5.5 in favor of the Huskies. Again, usually you get 2 to 3 points when you play at home, so it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a great game, great environment. I have the UConn Huskies beating the Wildcats 84-79, but it would not shock me at all to see Arizona flip that script and get their 5th win of the season. So be sure to follow us on Arizona Wildcats on SI for more coverage of Arizona basketball and Arizona football, and a little recruiting for Arizona baseball as well. Again, that's Arizona Wildcats on SI. Follow our Twitter account at Arizona Wildcats on SI, or follow me, Troy Hutchison, at THutch1995, and we'll see you next time.